the Selkirk Boomstick,
Hmm.
or what it is out of spec. It's just a monster.
Well, I got aces with the ball against 4.5 level people.
Hmm.
Um, Hopefully at the pro level I can do that too.
Do you think we should bring foreign capital into Japan to build more pickleball courts? Yeah, so I want to switch gears now and then talk about paddles. And it's another theory I have. It could be considered conspiracy, but I feel that the Selkirk Boomstick,
Hmm.
or what it is out of spec. It's just a monster. I
You
don't
used it?
I don't know if Selkirk paid extra money to get it approved.
Uh-huh.
The pros have to take off the weighting on the side now, yeah.
Yeah, that's not allowed for
Yeah,
when you're
but it's
base
like a
handing.
piece of aluminum. It's not that heavy. And people put weighting on the side. So how to justify this theory? Okay, if you watch Jack Sock recently and he's playing with the boomstick, he's played some players and beaten them when he shouldn't have been beating them. Okay. So my best example is in Las Vegas, in the quarterfinals, he played against Federico Staksrud. Okay, Federico is number two in the world, whatever, and obviously much younger, much faster. And Jack was just ripping the balls. I'm gonna add a clip. Do you want to see the clip? I can show it to you now.
Yeah, I haven't seen this before. Let's
All
see it.
right. Okay, so this is the PPA in. Can you see that?
Yep, I can see it now. Full screen. Federico's paddle. That's
Right.
what I can see.
So that's another conspiracy theory that Selkirk has done something really, really funky with their paddle, and it's just too powerful. My buddy Sam just plays with the boomstick now. Everybody wants the boomstick. It's sold out. It's hard to find. You know, Even without those little weights, you can put weights on it, and it's just as good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can put lead tape. It's about the same, maybe
yeah,
better.
it's the same thing, right? So, Jack is playing much better because of the boomstick. That's for sure. And actually, Catherine Parento, she's playing pretty good too, but obviously she's like a doubles player.
Hmm.
But, it's much, I mean, everybody wants that little edge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this technology is moving so fast. If you're not on the cutting edge, your paddle is outdated and you're not going to sell any. So actually, today I went to a Japanese paddle manufacturer. I can't say the name because it might, we're still in negotiation, we're still talking, but it's a major paddle manufacturer in Japan, made in Japan paddles, and they've kind of given up on making paddles because they were selling for a while, but then like they didn't keep up with the technology. They didn't keep up with the trend. They didn't get, pro players to use their paddle, and they're like stuck at Gen 2.
Oh.
And I told them, you guys, it's Gen 5 already. And your paddle is like old and outdated. And they're like, oh yeah, so yeah, we know, we're thinking what to do now. I said, well, okay, I can offer my services. I can be consultant for you. I know what's, the cutting edge in technology. I make paddles myself, so let's see what happens if they listen or not. That's what happened today, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah. But what do you
Well,
think
we get
about
the
my
result.
theory about like the boomstick and
Oh,
Jackson
yeah.
starting to win?
I haven't used one myself, but when I was in the US, I don't know, it was like September.
Hmm.
A lot of people had that paddle. Uh, so many. And it just sounded way different. It had a big echo, like a sonar echo. And yeah, it just came off the paddle faster than any other paddle I've seen. I play mostly, I would like to play more singles. I mostly like to play singles. I'd say 80% I like singles more than doubles. But because the game here is all doubles and everybody books a private court, I have to play doubles. 95% of the time.
Well,
I,
start playing singles. I'm gonna debut in Okinawa end of November. So
dude, my invitation has always been open. You
all
gotta
right,
just tell me when you can play,
all right.
and I can play every day. I can play singles every day for 3 hours a day, no problem, dude.
Really? Okay, good. I'll be there.
And
I'll be there.
yeah, can you bring a boomstick? I want to try to use it against you, or
Well, they're
you
all
can use
sold
it against
out.
me.
My buddy in Los Angeles said he has two, but he wants exorbitant prices for it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay that.
I
You know.
don't think it, I don't think you have to pay that. I don't think it's as rare anymore, but it used to be when I was in Seattle.
Well, he wants
Uh,
$285 for that.
oh, they're $333. That's a good deal.
Well, I make paddles and I know how much it costs, so maybe that's my downfall.
Okay.
I don't want to invest another $300 in paddles.
Yeah, I know what you
um,
mean.
just to get a small
Um,
edge. But I mean, if you are a pro, if you are competitive, you know a competitive player, then yeah, obviously having that much of an edge is a big deal. It's just part of life.
I agree. And I'm actually looking for a UPA certified paddle, so I may be trying that paddle out soon. We'll see if I can get my hands on it. My friends have it. I know one of our members in the Tokyo, one of the clubs, she has one. But it was just too popular to use, so I did get my hands on it. Plus, I was just busy trying out my own paddle that I'll talk about later.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know
So
in maybe a
so
couple
like
months.
this is like the time when Babolat came out with the Pure Drive. Remember that?
Yeah, the Pure Drive. Andy Roddick made it famous, right?
Right. But what happened in Japan was you have these really small Japanese men or women that never had powerful strokes. All of a sudden, like their strokes are so heavy and so fast. And what were they playing with before? Maybe they were playing with Yonex, or maybe they were playing with, Pro Staff. But when Babolat came up with the Pure Drive, I mean, it just changed the game for them, for a small person. Or
Yeah.
let's not say small, let's say a person that doesn't have that much power,
Yeah,
you know. So that's what I equate it to, something like that. It's something on a different level altogether.
I
But
see.
obviously, big people can take advantage of it too. More boom on the stick.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you can hit the ball that fast at that close proximity, it's just going to be good for advantageous for you to play with it.
Okay. You want to talk about your paddles? I think that it's a good timing now since we're talking about paddles.
Okay, yeah. So I've been trying out a couple paddles more recently. Of course, the paddle that you can see on my sponsor. This is the Fireshot Carbon Pro.
Okay.
And I had used the Yola. I've used every like popular paddle in the past, and they're all good. The thing is, like they lost a lot of their luster after like 2 months, especially the all famous Ben Johns Yola 4 Perseus 16. I used that forever for singles. It had a lot of power. I got aces with the ball against 4.5 level people.
Hmm.
Um, Hopefully at the pro level I can do that too. But with this paddle, my sponsors were able to put like more grit onto it. So after about th 3 months, maybe 2 or 3 months, it's still really gritty. And I can hit so much spin on it, where it bites and it hits the ground. And it just feels like similar to a YOLO 4. Don't think it has as much power, but so far, I feel like this is the best paddle for me to compete at. So that's the Fireshot Pro, the premier paddle by my
Okay. You want to know a way to check the grit on your paddle?
oh yeah.
Hidaka from Takoyaki Pickleball, the shop owner,
Yeah.
he posted a video on Instagram, very interesting. He puts up a Honolulu paddle J2 onto a vertical board that has a towel on it.
Hmm.
And the J2, the new one, it just slides down. Then you put up a Wooly paddle, Wolly, Wooly,
Yeah.
and like it sticks and it doesn't move down. I don't know if it's a gimmick, who taught him that, but it shows the grit, and that's what he's trying to show. The
Oh.
abrasion. So try that maybe later and see how well it holds up against other paddles.
Okay, I'll try that and make a little video. Maybe I can give you a clip and then you can post it later.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's what I told the guys today at that Japanese paddle manufacturer, that your paddle doesn't have any more grit. I mean, it's like a fiberglass paddle. It doesn't, the grit is so
It's
different
less.
now from your generation, generation two, and you guys are way behind, sorry to say. So they're like, oh, I saw, like, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Now I know why, things like that. But nobody told them, they don't get any feedback. Japanese are really bad at giving feedback. You know, that's why, Western culture is better in that way. It's like if you suck, people tell you you suck, you know, they'll tell you in your face. But Japanese is like, oh, better not to rock the boat. Gotta save face kind of thing.
Yeah, maintain the
Yeah,
status quo of the relationship.
exactly. And that's why things don't move fast enough too. But
Mm.
that's a story for another day. And yet, how do you want to review?
Yeah, I've been trying out. I've been looking for a UPA certified paddle because my other paddle is not. It's only USAPA approved, so it's for amateur tournaments and that. So I've
Mhm.
been playing PPA Asia, of course, and I need a UPA certified paddle. So I've been trying this paddle out. This is the Cypic
Oh, the Avatar. Nice.
Avatar
You bought
Qualm
one.
Bronze.
Wow.
Yeah, it's also 16. It's got a really long handle. I think maybe a little bit longer than my other one, but I don't really need that. But I do. Tui is my best shot. Shout out to Connor Garnett, the Tui, and he's from my hometown, Bellevue, Washington. This paddle, did I like it? I did like it initially because when you use a new paddle, it has a lot of grit
Mhm.
and spin, and my serve really bit the ground and would just go off to the side and cause a lot of errors from my opponent. But it's all foam core. And it did give me some power initially, but I think over time, after about, I don't know, 10 sessions, so maybe 1 month of using it, I noticed it's not as strong as many other paddles. I don't know if that's a foam degrading or what have you, but I noticed a lot of my speed ups weren't as unexpected. And so I don't know if I can use this paddle for competition, especially not in singles. Doubles, it might be okay, but I'm not really liking foam. I think the way that Gen 4 is going is foam, but I feel like my feel of the ball is more deadened because it's foam.
Okay.
Whereas when I use polypropylene core, honeycomb core, I feel it immediately in my hand and I have feedback and I can play the counter shot more immediately. So I don't know if I'll switch to this. It seems okay, but I don't want to compete with it. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thanks for that. Okay. Um, did you want to talk about your topic? I have one more that I want to talk about. Well, that, Japanese baseball was not as good as American baseball. They would always bring like foreigners from Major League or AAA to Japan and play on the teams. So you'd be allowed two foreigners, gaijin, on the team. One can be a pitcher and one can be like a fielder, but not more than that. It was two maximum. Okay. Um, and it worked. It took a long time. I mean, now, like, for example, a lot of teams, like, I'm in Osaka, so Hanshin Tigers, Oryx Buffaloes, they got no foreigners. Nobody is from AAA or Major League. It's all Japanese. So what they're saying is Japanese players are better than American players in a way.
Yeah.
Saying, but in Japan now, we need that kind of input and that, level of professional play to raise the level of Japan. This is what I'm thinking right now, and this is part of what I'm trying to do right now as well. What do you think about that theory?
The
The level of pickleball in Japan by bringing talent from outside.
yeah, yeah, because we had some top talents. There's a reason why they're traveling out because they want to find top talent to play against. So I think it may be a rehash of the baseball scene. We do need to bring in people to give them some competition. I don't think there's any way around it. How can you train? How this is the problem I had earlier in Osaka and Tokyo. I want to maintain my 5.0 level, but I'm only playing 4.0. Is that possible?
No.
I tried my best, but no, I can't go back to the US and play 5-0 after playing in Japan 4-0s for 2, 3 months, go back to the US, get
Right.
demolished. It's hard.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, so you agree then, we need the talent to be here for Japan to grow.
So we can invite them. Yeah.
So that's why we need a Japan Pro Pickleball League, and each team should have two foreigners to practice with.
Yeah. Didn't they do that with the BK Cup? I think they had some foreigners on the list and they in the first BK Cup. I guess there's a second one coming up pretty soon. And they had some foreigners.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that was like, a one-off tournament, which is okay. But I mean,
Oh,
have a real like Super League, weekly tournaments all over Japan and travel, and all these teams will be community based. And I don't want to say anymore because this is still a work in progress, but yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I want that to happen, because they did the second round of BK Cup and I was kind of a little disappointed. Maybe because it's hard to work around with um any foreigners to come back into the country. It's quite a big commitment and travel for very little reward. But they drafted the first BK Cup team and they didn't use them for the second round. It just became another second draft. Are they just going to draft every single BK Cup? It doesn't make sense. I think drafting used to have a meaning. You
Yeah.
get drafted to a team, you stay with them, and it's recurring. I think they're using it the wrong way. And then in the second round, I didn't see any foreigners in there. It was just all Japan team. So it kind of made the drafting kind of meaningless. And don't get me started about like the cup name. Is there an actual cup? I don't know. I didn't see a cup.
Okay. Well, like this would be a league where the foreigners would live in Japan. Yeah. So
Okay. I mean, the USA League and Australia League, I think you don't have to live in the
no,
country.
no, but I mean, in general, you have weekly tournaments, so it's better to stay in Japan kind of thing. So you'd be paid
Yeah,
by your team to be in Japan,
right.
right? And everybody wants to come to Japan, so obviously it's attractive to be able to live in Japan, be paid in Japan, play on a Japanese, you know, pro pickleball team, and then after your contract's done, you can leave, something like that. That's how baseball works. That's how J League works. Basketball, there's a season, and after season's finished, you go on. But you stay here and you work with the locals.
That would be great. I hope it goes that way, and I hope that if that happens, we get our Japanese pros to come back and they find out they can just train with them in
Yeah,
Japan.
exactly.
Perfect.
Okay. Uh,
Please.
one more thing I want to talk about, because I keep getting all these ideas, is do you think we should bring foreign capital into Japan to build more pickleball courts?
Yeah, I want to say yes, not just for the capital itself, but for like the expertise of the international. I mean, who's done it successfully, right? Malaysia, Vietnam, and the US. They could probably bring in their expertise. They've already gone through all the growing pains. They can teach us something about where to build it, why to build it, how many number of courts. They just know about the business way more than us because they're just
Right.
more advanced. So yes. However, I don't know about the money portion. Maybe Japan wants to maintain control of the real estate. That can be a business decision that I don't know about. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, investors could be foreigners as well, but the system is what's important. Like, for example, Pickler, they have like Pickler all over the United States now, and they're coming to Japan. Apparently, they're building one in Tokyo now. But the system, I mean, I did research on it. It's really good. I mean, you could pay $120 for, unlimited play anytime you want. And if you want a guest to come, it's not much more. They have free tournaments, free uh play with like better players. There's open play. It's people want to go there and people want to congregate there because it's fun and there's a lot of things to do as well. It's not like just one of the other facilities like how we are in Japan. Like, oh, where is it cheap? Oh, who can I play with? Oh, let's go here now. Oh, let's go there now. You can just go to one facility and everything is there. And that's just a system that they've built, and we don't have that in Japan yet.
Yeah, I would love that. That's what I'm used to when I had played tennis. I joined one club. I was there almost every day, like a gym rat. I was at the tennis court. I was a tennis rat, and people would see me there every day. I had time to play with a ball machine. I could drill. I could do everything to my heart's delight, to get better at the sport that I love. And so I think I would highly welcome that. I can't wait. I can't wait for the pickler to be here. Things always get postponed though, so I'm not keeping my hopes up too high. But once they have that, I'm joining like first thing, first day.
Okay, yeah, good. Glad we agree on that. Okay, so yeah, I'm done enough talking. It's your turn now. What did you have on your mind this week?
Okay, I got two more things. So. First thing was the Pickleball X tryouts. I know you done it, I done it. There was like quite a few applicants, over 170. It was the second round. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't know what the Pickleball X thing is, just in a nutshell, I don't know everything about it, but it's a next generation project. And so they test out individuals to see how they can grow the game of pickleball and try to create strong players through like a sponsored program. So I think it was sponsored by Sansan or some Japanese companies.
Yeah,
And so they would give you like the resources, the coaches, court time, and like there was like even a boot camp sponsored by Daniel Moore to help your games get elevated. And so they held the tryouts for the second generation and had tried it. And I didn't know what they were looking for until I think we went to the court. I went to the one in KPI Park, but it had rained out. It was just wet everywhere for like the whole entire time I was there because I just gone there anyway, but I had rescheduled on site because they wanted consultation apparently. And they just kept running the event for like 40 minutes and then they finally decided to call it quits because it just rained really heavily. And I don't know how you could see it, make a selection there. So I rescheduled for the next week, and it was all the way out in Chiba, which for me it would take like two hours and 15 minutes just to get there. So I had prepped, made sure I didn't get tired the day before, made sure I was well awake, make sure I had all my gear with me, and we played underneath cover on tennis courts. And it was a good event. They had mentioned what the criterion was. I can't remember exactly because it was all spoken in Japanese, and I was like, trying my best to understand everything they're saying. Nalia was there, so he kind of gave me a little bit of a translation. That helped a lot. So I think there was like skills, behavior, your attitude, just like these criterion that's like ba subjective, basically. And then they were just jotting down notes. I think there was three or four coaches there jotting down notes. And I think I played really good. I think I was one of the best of that session. I even pulled off a Burt. And in some cases, I played like 5.5 level pickleball. I don't know if anyone hit harder than me or was more deceptive. I kind of, if anything, I was one of the top two or three there. About, I don't know, a week later, they sent the results and they said that I wasn't in the team. And then they didn't tell us where to see who was accepted, but it was just on the website. Just like, okay, somebody sent me the list. Somebody else other than that pickleball selection group sent me a list. Like, oh, okay. So they never really sent me that. And then in that email that said that you weren't selected, thanks for your participation. They said they would send a feedback sheet. Did you ever get a feedback sheet? Because I still haven't gotten one. It's been
no,
over 2 or 3 weeks.
I didn't get any feedback sheet.
Yeah, so I just felt like said, you know, here's a thing that will help you for a future project or anything like that. But I think I haven't heard anything, and it's been kind of long. I don't know if they're just throwing us for a loop or if that's a serious thing, or they're like, no, we already decided the team. you weren't gonna have a chance anyway. I kind of feel like that's the case, at least in my point of view. It was a they I think they allowed this year any person that was in Japan to participate. I saw all Japanese team as well, just like BK Cup was all Japanese. Fair enough, but I want to see like what the feedback is, and it kind of gets on my nerve because, I spent a lot of time and energy to go do this. Had I known the criteria ahead of time, I would have prepared for that. Or had I known that, hey, you're not going to have a chance anyway, don't even come. I would have been great to know that too. But, I want to give my best and see what out there. And I felt like I competed at my best, and I had a really good partner and really helped my game to get exposed and do really well. But without the feedback, I just felt like, oh, no, don't worry. We weren't going to pick you anyway, type of a thing. At
Yeah.
least give me the feedback and then something I can believe. But make me go all the way out 2.5 hours each way. This is 5 hours, time, money, and resting for the event. I just felt like, geez, I would have just saved a lot more time not going, to be honest. Uh, how was your experience? I know you had a better one than mine.
Yeah, well, I went in with the attitude like, it's kind of an honor to just be trying out, It's like a combine for NFL, where you have to run a 4.40 or, you got to catch so many footballs and stuff like that. But the thing is that I understand your frustration here because there was no clear criteria on what it is they're judging us on. For example, like, okay, how many dinks did you miss? How many serves did you miss? Or, how many points did you win? Something like this, something that's measurable. There's nothing there. And I thought, this is Japanese style. It's going to come down to some final decision, not based on points, but based on subjective judgment, you know. And what I heard going into that, because I talked to a lot of people who are in class number one, the previous class, and they said, well, basically, they're looking for attitude, if you have a good attitude. And, I have a good attitude. I like to get everybody riled up and, let's go, let's go. I took a selfie with everybody, let's take a photo, stuff like that, but, obviously that in itself didn't cut it. So it's other criteria as well. And the mystery behind that criteria is, I think, frustrating for anyone that's like what no, used to having something measurable and then trying to achieve that level of performance. Whereas this tryout was just based on some judgment that they have or some system that they have, but it's not really quantitative.
Yeah. Yeah, we really just don't know, right? We're all making, me and you are making guesses because they say they're going to send a feedback sheet out. So we can probably just say a lot of stuff and we'll just be shooting at the air with no targets. So yeah, honestly, I'd be really curious what they say about my feedback and your feedback too. I want to hear what they say. You didn't have a good attitude. You didn't have a good enough attitude. I had a partner who had the same energy level as me, and we just riled each other up. We were the most exciting pair there. Everybody heard us. And even my partner, who's actually from Fukuoka, Kateya, he was like, I think we're in. I think we're in. I think because of you, man. He was telling me, I think because of you, he's speaking me into in Japanese, that I think we have a really good shot to get in. I feel excited that I had partnered with you and very lucky to partner with you. And I said the same thing. I said, we just had the same, we just picked each other up to another level. And it was kind of exciting that we could do it at the tryout time. And I thought for sure we were going to be top tier. And we
Yeah,
were
I
top tier.
understand.
We were winning everything.
Well, I mean, to put things in perspective, when I played college tennis, they took 12 players. There was like a tryout, and I was a walk-on. I got chosen number 8. They chose 6 for the traveling team. So like I was just happy to be on the team, I get to be a college player. But the criteria for getting ranked or getting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is that you play each other. And if you win against so and so, then you go up a number. And I think in pickleball, that's the only real criteria that you can use to quantitatively or, you know, do by numbers. Like everybody plays singles. If you beat someone, you get selected. I mean, the doubles is not measurable. You have a bad partner, you're not gonna win.
Yeah.
So in that respect, it's not like a football combine where they measure your vertical jump, how fast you on the 40-yard dash, how many footballs you catch. It's not, they can't do it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it has to be full competition. So like no one complains in the end that, so and so is number one because he beat you. So that's how our coach did it back in the day, and I don't know if other teams do it that way, to fight for first doubles or first singles or second doubles, second singles, but that's how it's done. It was done at the University of Hawaii. So that's my take on it. That it's hard to quantify for us. So it's just the luck of the draw, basically, you know.
Yeah.
I was, thinking who's going to be the one that's over 50 and going to be selected. Because I
Uh,
knew they're going to select one because they did last time with Sato-san. He's 56, I believe, and he's a tennis coach. Good selection, I think. He got much better. And this time they chose Okamura or Okumura, and he's been winning. I think he's a good selection as well. But there are others as well that are over 50, and you know, it could have been anybody actually.
yeah, that's true. I think that was a handy choice, and it for the time being it made sense.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Anyway, that
Okay.
was the Pickleball X selection. I wish them the best, and I hope we get to still play with them because I see them at KPI. They might be kind of sponsored and loyal to their group, but I don't really care about getting on the team as more of I would want is just to play against them because like I said, it's
Yeah.
hard for me to get 5-0 practice here in Japan. It's
Yeah,
difficult.
that's the thing is that you get that high level practice when you are on a team because everybody is, a certain good level. And I think that's why a lot of players got better. You know, I don't
Yeah.
think anybody got worse. I think everybody got better. Because I talked to Nas Hatakayama, I talked to Hiroki-san, Sugiyama-san, basically they said the same thing. You just need to, you know, be there, have a good attitude, and you need to be a potential, professional player in the future, no matter what your age is. So that's how they look at you, basically. And the final say is Rika and Daniel Moore, obviously.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But I'm
see.
gonna try for class number three. You know, up to you if you want to do it or not. But
Any idea when that will happen?
well, 6 months from now,
Oh, okay.
yeah, why not?
I'm probably gonna sk- I'm probably gonna skip it.
All right.
I don't know. I just feel like the same thing's gonna happen. And I'd rather just go play a tournament or something else. I think that's what happened actually. There was a tournament at the same time that I was gonna do the first tryout day, and I
Ooh,
missed men's doubles because of that.
I
So
see.
gotta use up my JPA sponsor pro registration. I paid like 100 some dollars for it.
Well, you got the pro one. Yeah, okay. I did that the first year.
Yeah. I did the pro one because they won't allow you to play the open level. They call it
Right,
Premier tournament
right.
without signing with the pro membership. So more money
Exactly.
in their pocket, right?
Okay, got it. Well,
Uh,
what else is on your list?
last thing, and this can be a lot or little, past and future pickleball events or tournaments.
Hmm.
So I kind of want to just give a review of my past. I played the Racket Sports Tokyo Halloween event. It was held at the Tokyo Tower, which
Oh,
is quite
nice.
a venue.
Yeah,
We played
nice.
at night.
I saw your costume, Ratatouille.
Yeah, actually, it's supposed to be Iron Chef
Okay.
Morimoto, chef, Japanese chef, Iron Chef Japanese. But yeah, you got Ratatouille, which is also cool. I'm just holding a spatula with my chef hat and my chef suit. It looked pretty nice. Costume. It actually wasn't costume. It was actually the real deal.
And
But
the pickleball paddle, which is actually the spatula, right?
no, I had an actual spatula, and I held this paddle on the vertical like this, and I had the spatula on the right. So this was my
Oh,
hand,
okay.
and
I
this was
get
my
it.
spatula, and I had hit with that. And I did not know, unbeknownst to me, that my partner, Chris, was actually the part owner of the Texas Ranchers. And it's only when you took a picture with him in Osaka, like a day later after I played that tournament, and we won, by the way, our team event won first place, that was the man. And he had not said anything to me. I asked him where he's from. He said in New Jersey. What are you doing here? Just visiting. Anything else interesting? No, just playing pickleball. Okay. You're not gonna say that you own an MLP team. You're not gonna say that you're this big person. He's too humble. And I was trying to get some information out of him, and not knowing anything about him. So cool. Hats off to him. I like that he's humble, but you could have put a little hint in there that you're Chris Sai is his name. Very cool to play with him and glad to win with him too.
Oh, okay, you played with him. Oh, okay, that's nice.
He was
Oh,
on my team.
I'll
So
mention.
look at my Instagram. I have a photo of me winning the chocolate prize, Godiva.
Nice.
Um,
Oh,
UTRP had their volume 5 in Tokyo. I
okay.
saw Osaka win without a hitch. Here, it's at KPI Park, which is outdoors, 10 courts. It rained. They canceled within 1 hour before the event. And they said they're going to reschedule it for January 10th. January 10th. Which is not really a reschedule in my opinion. It's just canceling and just making another volume of
Yeah,
UTRP because it says like volume something else.
right.
So they just transferred all the registered players to the next event. I canceled because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play that or commit to it. And my partner said the same thing. He's got to cancel, and we can review it later. I figured we can just sign up later because it's just another volume. So we
Okay.
did
You're
that.
talking about UTR, yeah?
UTR, UTR is trying to do their own rating system
Yeah.
against
Okay,
DUPR.
so I have some feedback on that because
Yeah?
I played the UTR in Osaka a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
So I get to the Osaka Tennis Center, and I'm thinking, okay, well, we're under the roof on the other side. But then I see all this, I hear this noise, pickleball on the left side, which is the open courts, that don't have cover.
yeah,
And I'm like, wow, we're playing a tournament, you know, out in the open. What if it rained? Just like what happened with you. So through the grapevine, I found out that UTR doesn't have much money and they cannot sponsor a tournament inside a covered roof because the courts are obviously more expensive on the other side
yeah,
with the cover, with air conditioning. So it's outside. So what if it got rained out? Just like you, they'd postpone it to another day. And the prizes, there was no medals, there was no trophies, just like bags and pickleballs. I was kind of shocked because we paid just as much as we pay for a JPA tournament, and I played with this partner first time to play. We got to the quarterfinal. No, yeah, we got to the quarterfinal. We made the main draw,
nice.
but it was they don't have much money, UTR. So DUPR is much better. I mean, the PP8 metal I got is like really thick and heavy. It's like it's worth keeping kind of deal. It's the biggest one I got so far. Obviously it costs much more. And we paid about the same anyway, $120. So just some feedback for you.
Yeah, that's
UTR. I mean, if you're gonna
UTR.
do it right. I mean, I don't want to criticize, but I will because, it's like you guys are going to challenge Duper. You guys want to be the next ranking system. You guys better be ready. It's just like not there.
Not there. But, I think people are pickleball crazy. They still join the tournaments no matter what you do, how little you give. They just are People are addicts. There's a tournament out there. I want to play, right? So I
Yeah,
think,
I didn't know UTR was that level. I expected more because it's from tennis,
yeah,
you know, and DUPR is like just pickleball, right?
yeah.
Like, who is number one UTR point is like Yannick Sinner. It's like he's got what? He's like a 7 or 8 or whatever. The amount of points he has is just crazy, you know.
You're talking about tennis. I think they go up to 16 or
Yeah, something like that.
16.5 or something like that. It's a
But it's the
different
same
game.
UTR ranking. Like I think I'm ranked like 3 point something now because I
Oh,
played in the tournament.
okay. Didn't know that. I didn't know they combined both pickle and tennis. I know.
Yeah.
Actually, that was going to be my first UTRP tournament, so I was hoping to get initialized in the ranking
Okay.
system. See what happens.
All right.
Okay,
Different
the next one.
experiences.
And then I was just gonna say, in Japan, we still have a lot of indoor tournaments. They're plentiful, but I think they're wasteful, like amongst the JPA, Japanese Pickleball Association pro members, which I'm one of. There's gonna be one in Okinawa, but I don't know if I'm gonna go to that because you got to travel all the way to Okinawa and play indoor, which is with a gummy, rubbery ball and with wooden floors that are really slippery.
Mhm.
It's just a different game, and it kind of ruins my game for outdoor, where really
Right.
matters.
Like, yeah,
So,
I feel you. I feel you. I mean, we're still doing on wooden floor. It's like, hey, especially JPA. They
right,
have the rubber mats. They can do it.
they
They bought
can.
them from United, so they could ship it to Okinawa and use that, but they don't.
Would you agree that most of the tournaments in Japan are still indoor, percentage wise?
Um, Good question. Let's see.
In small
I think
tournaments
still like
too.
half maybe are still indoor. Half,
Okay.
yeah, and the rest are getting outdoor because I think they realize that it's just a totally different game. Because I practiced at the Osaka Tennis Center today on the hard court, and like I played only 2 hours, and my legs are more tired today than they were yesterday when I played on the wooden floor. So that gives you an idea of how much I'm bending and, you know, going to the side, using my muscles to get ready for the ball. Whereas on a slick surface like wood, it's like boom, boom, and it's done, you know.
Ah, I see. Yeah, even I can tell how long the points are on the outdoor court.
Mhm.
I live for that grind though, so even though it hurts my body, I get more satisfied playing it, just so you know.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's normal pickleball. It's a strange word, normal pickleball. Yeah, it's abnormal to be on wooden floor. Definitely.
Yeah. So, oh, you say 50%. I want to say more, at least in Tokyo, because there's all these small tournaments that you don't hear about that they're
Got it.
holding
Okay.
indoor. Like the Shibuya had like a Honolulu indoor tournament.
Oh, okay.
So that you don't hear about. Hachioji just had a tournament. My friend won. I barely even heard about that. I see it
Okay.
rumblings on JPA or not even JPA stories has that smaller tournament posted on their Instagram story, but they would post the bigger ones like the one I played.
Hmm.
Yeah, just they don't do the rumblings with the smaller tournaments. I don't even see it on their main website. So I want to say there's more, but they're lower level. And I want to say the percentage is probably going to still be 80-20, 80% indoor and 20% outdoor. When you look at all tournaments, not just the big
Yeah.
JPA posted
Okay.
ones. So.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. Yeah.
And then next tournament, we're gonna see each other at the Link
Yes.
Cup
Lane
in
Cup, Osaka,
Osaka.
8 and 9. And we will be having a table for Osaka Pickleball Academy and Pickleball Bros podcast.
Yeah,
Woo!
come support us. I can't
Come support
speak
us and be on
fluent
our
Japanese.
podcast that we're doing at that tournament.
I'm excited. That's really cool. I can't believe that's gonna happen. Please rep us. I'm gonna be there as much as I can when I'm not playing the tournament. I think Mark is too. And come say hi. Hopefully, we'll have some stuff to distribute out to you guys. I don't know. I'll have to think of something, stickers or something. I don't know.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
coming up
bring
really
the
soon.
attachable mic so that we can attach it to our phone and like do a podcast there. at least a
Yes.
recording
Yes.
that we can
I would
do.
love
Awesome.
that very much. Yeah. So please come by the booth, say hi to us. I'll speak my best Japanese to you, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun while we're at the tournament, also playing in the tournament. Cheer for us. Pickleball Bros podcast. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Cool. Okay. If you're done, I have a few announcements. It's okay. One is we will be in Manila.
Ooh.
We're doing actually 6 days of clinics. We have Baguio 3 days. We have Manila 3 days. So three coaches will be there. Myself, Steve Hosohama from Los Angeles, and Patrick Resmini from New York. And we'll go to Baguio for our first 3 days and then move to Manila. And we have two different groups there that we'll be doing December 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8 every day.
Very nice. Please take pictures of that. I can't be there. I wish I could be there. Well, there might still be a chance, but if I'm not, please take pictures and I want to see that. It looks really fun.
Okay, I'll definitely post them. And then after this is done, we fly directly to Tokyo. Steve and I will be playing in the Ariake tournament.
Awesome. I will be there too, by the way, with in three events I believe I'm playing. Uh what are you playing? Are you playing
I'm playing 50 plus, 3.5 and below. So it's kind of a revenge match because we didn't get to play in Fukuoka. My buddy Kenji from Atlanta is coming back just
Oh
to
yeah.
play. Okay. And then I'm playing with Steve in 35 plus, 5.0 and above.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. I'll be there to support you. Pickleball Bros, let's go. Let's get a
Let's
medal.
go. Okay. All right. So we'll see you next time. And
Happy Halloween, everyone.
that's right.
I don't
Happy
know if you see
Halloween.
that in the background. Happy Halloween.
Nice. I've got my costume ready.
Oh,
I'm entering a costume contest. So I'll let you know how it goes.
please. I want to see that
Yeah.
so bad.
It's gonna be in Osaka.
Yeah.
100,000 yen to the winner.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
not something to sneeze at. I want to be there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, come. You always can come. That was welcome. Okay, bro. We'll see you.
Nice talking to you, bro.
Okay. Cheers.
Peace out.
Peace out.